Hello, everyone. How are you? How is your Tuesday? Um, I am here to talk to you about um, sleep training. I have a special guest, Summer Hartman, and hi, Emily. She is coming on to talk to us about her sleep training. I will be hosting a sleep training July the 21st and 22nd here in Dallas, Texas. And I just wanted to make sure everybody got the word out. If you want to travel, we have several people traveling, one from Tennessee, one from Washington, D.C. So if you want to come and join us, please do. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to the family that I'm working with today. Well, a lot of my families, not just them, but a lot of my families, but they know who they are because it is hard sometimes to do what I do and work around the schedule that I have, especially with me switching to NCS. And if you don't know what NCS is, that's the Newborn Care Specialist. So I work as a newborn care specialist at night, overnight now. But the family that I'm working with, hi Patricia, hi Karina, hi Lucretia, hi Tammy, welcome everyone. But as I was saying, the family that I'm working with, believe it or not, I'm at work. And they support my Ask the Nanny. They support me in doing professional development. And as a part of that, having these pop-up Ask the Nannies series, they support that. And I just want to give a big shout out to them because not all parents will be willing to work around your schedule or say, okay, you go do that and we'll hang out with the baby, something that I'm supposed to be doing right about now. But I just want to give a big shout out to them and thank them for supporting what I do, for supporting what I love. And if you all are afraid to ask, for what you want, ask for what you love to do, then maybe you should ask. Because when I went for the interview with this family, I told them exactly what I wanted. I told them what I do. I told them about Ask the Nanny. I told them that I was not willing to stop helping the nannies become more professional, to stop them from getting professional development, to stop from, educating, because as I talk to you all and try to educate you all, and I educate myself, because some of the things and the topics that we talk about on here, I don't know everything. None of us know everything. That's why I bring in the experts so I can learn too. So I just want to make a big shout out. I know I'm not the only one who has a family that supports professional development, but I kind of have a unique situation. Oh, she's talking on Facebook when she's supposed to be working. So I just want to give a big shout out to my family and all the other families out there who support nannies becoming professionals and getting the extra things the extra trainings and things that they need. Okay, so all the new people that came in, okay, I'm gonna try to say this right. Vamala, I think I said that right. Hi Zadie, and who else came in? Hi Wendy and Lisa, and let me scroll back up here, and Megan and Anna. I think I said everything. Okay, so let me see if I can bring Summer on. Summer, are you on your mobile device? Because I can't bring you on unless you are on a mobile device. If you're on your computer and sometimes possibly your tablet, it won't work. If you are on your mobile device, there's a little button down at the bottom. It should be, okay, I need you on your mobile device so I can invite you in. And of course, my eye would start watering right about now. I apologize. Um, Hi, Alicia. How are you? I don't know. I'm upstairs and I don't hang out up here, so it must be some kind of allergen that's up here that's bothering my eye now. Okay, Summer is ready. Let me bring her on camera. We're adding you, Miss Summer.
Hey!
Hey, how are you?
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
I think I'm having an allergy attack.
Oh, no worries. I was at the grocery store when you texted me 5 minutes ago. I was like, oh my God, I left all my groceries in the cart and flew out of there. I think people thought I was on attack.
Oh no!
I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. Yeah, this is me being too busy.
I know the feeling. I get that way sometimes, and I'm like, okay, so what was I supposed to do? And then it's 5 minutes I'm supposed to be doing it. And I'm like,
right. My husband just didn't get his pop, so he'll have to deal with it. I'll have to walk in the shame walk of going to the grocery store and getting my cart. No worries. I actually made it home in 3 minutes. I thought 10, so we're good.
You must have been flying.
I think so. I think I had wings. All right. So glad this is happening.
Tell us about your summer sleep secrets.
Yes. Yes. So basically I wanted to come on board and just chit chat about what Summer Sleep Secrets is about and our class. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So do you have any questions that you had about it? That you want to know anything?
Yes. I don't want you to tell us all of your secrets, but just give us a clue as to what you do in your classes.
So the class is really evolving. I wrote the book last year, and then I started classes December 1st, and I think I was like a stiff noodle. I literally was not cooked. And so that first class, I felt like I was pretty much just textbook. And then the Dallas class, I think I was more overcooked noodle and didn't know how to do anything. And so, I know it's funny, but it's like, that's the best way to describe it. It's like
we learn by experience.
Right. It's like every class I've had amazing results, and yet I know that I'm learning. So that's kind of how the classes have began. So each class, we start with working nights, what it's like to go into the home and sleep condition a baby from 0 to 3 months. So that's the first segment. Then we go into 4 months and my error in sleep training babies, what I learned by sleep training babies, and you guys are going to learn about that. Starts 4 months to up to 3 years old. We cover that. And we get halfway through that on the first day. And then the next day.
On the first day.
Okay. There's more case studies.
We are on a fast track.
Yes. So it's like, literally, we're like moving through the ages very quickly. And they're all like my mistakes and errors. And yet you see that the baby trained. And it's just a great book to just kind of go back into and dig into when you're on a sleep training job. The other thing is we go to 3 years old on this, and I have more stories that I'm not writing about that I tell you in the class.
Okay.
Because I'm training constantly. Like I never stop training. So I have more stories. And I'm also developing the whole how to be a consultant, and that's really growing. And that's my I think most enjoyable is the consulting aspect of it. And then I role play now. Like I started role playing this last class and it was so much fun.
Now I'm
So
looking forward to that because I have a few things.
yeah, no, I can role
I
play
feel
any way you want to go. Like whatever questions you have.
like now I have uh I have a set of twins and they are very good except for when they get hungry.
Well,
And then I mean it's like the drop of a hat. Everything is quiet and then chaos. And I'm
yeah.
like, what the heck just happened?
Well, how old are they?
3 weeks.
Oh, well, they're little.
Yeah, they're little.
They need
But
to
I
eat.
mean, that's why I say they're great. This is not my first
Right.
uh, time
Right.
taking care of a set of twins, but they're
Zero
wonderful.
to 60 in five
And then
seconds.
all of a sudden, it's like wham! It's like a lightning bolt strikes, and it's like wow! And I'm like,
Is it
it
timed?
was just
I
quiet.
know. Is it timed? Like, is it like every, like, you know that it's getting close to 2 hours
I
when
know
they
it's.
go
I
off?
know when it's getting close. I know when it's getting close because I start hitting the. I start hearing the go.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, let me hurry up and get here because if I don't
exactly.
get this ready, yeah, we're going to have a problem.
So, yeah. So,
So,
what I do is I have everything ready right there in the bedroom or in the bathroom right next to the baby's rooms. And I just have the bottles prepared and ready to go, knowing the timer's coming up. So, it's just everything is all set.
yes, yes,
So,
I try to make sure, but see, they're breastfeeding,
oh,
so
well, then that's another story.
yeah, that's another story. So I can't just have, I know I have everything ready to go because when one is breastfeeding,
Right.
I I get the other one kind of hold. Okay, you need to hold off a little bit. Your sister's eating. You need to hold
Right.
off a little bit. Your brother's eating. so,
Exactly. Exactly. You
so
start
you kind
holding
of
them.
hold one off while the other one is eating.
Yep.
But it's we have a pretty good system, so it
Good.
works. And one of the questions that I was going to ask you is, um, I have everything conducive to sleep conditioning.
Okay.
I know there's a difference between sleep conditioning and sleep training.
Right.
So, when would you say is the ideal um, age or the signs, should I say, the signs of the time of it's
Right.
time for sleep training? Because some babies sleep adjust quicker than others.
Right.
And
Exactly.
some babies, you just have to just plunge in. It's like, okay, it's time.
I honestly, you're gonna learn this in my training as I
Okay.
slowly throughout the week. Each week, I'm moving them down slowly by an hour, so that they're sleeping by 12 hours by 12 weeks. Now,
Right.
they have to be a certain weight.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be doing it pretty natural. It's not going to be if they're waking up every day at 11:30 at night starving. Well, obviously they need the calories,
Right.
so we need to make sure that they're getting everything during the day to make up for that 11:30 feed. So that's
Right.
going to be your telltale signs. If the baby's naturally going to 3 a.m., you know they're pretty close to sleep training.
Yeah.
It can be very, it can be very like on the times, like if it's 12 weeks or if it's 14 weeks. But typically,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm going to tell anybody anything, is that I'm going to sleep shape them from 0 to 12 weeks. I'm never going to say training ever because that's like a taboo subject. But technically, you can get a baby by 12 weeks sleeping through the night. But
Yes.
everything you say word wise is all about wording, how you talk to people.
Yes.
And
I went for an interview a few days ago, and the biggest question was, when will they be sleeping through the night?
oh, I
When
know.
can you guarantee me they're gonna? I said, I can't guarantee you anything. A
No,
child is going to be a child,
right.
and it depends on what you're doing during the day as to what I can do at night. So
Yeah.
if you don't do your part, I can't do my part.
Yeah, and I say ideally sleep training honestly is when we transition out of the swaddle and like all those nice little transitions start happening is the best time to
Mm-hmm.
sleep train because we're taking it all away at once and it's like everything just changes and we don't have to like do one little thing at a time. So it's really
Yeah.
nice when it's you know it just kind of happens at once and it's usually around the 4 month mark. you can take all of that away. But again, every baby is different. And so that's why I do so much coaching.
Yes.
Everyone always texting
Yes.
me, what's going on?
Yes. And I noticed you're up all night. I was like, does she ever sleep?
That is the ultimate question I think I get every single day. I mean, literally, like yesterday, I'm redoing my entire program. So you're going to get a whole different program that the rest of them have not seen. And so, yeah, it's huge. But it's going to take me a week and a half. It took me 6 weeks to build the last one, and I need to get it done by Friday. So I'm literally staying up all night long working on this program.
Okay.
So, yeah, so there's that coming out. But I think I've just grown so much in my teaching ability. I'm so excited that I get to teach so many people, and I am mentoring and stuff. But that's why people want to talk to me, and have me teach them, because I sit there and mentor them
Good.
all the time. So
Okay.
what did
Chevelle
Chevelle
says, she said, Summer in class, can you explain why 12 pounds is the ideal weight for sleep training?
Of course you'd ask me that, Chevelle.
Because she's taking your class.
She's already taken the class. She should be answering that right now. Actually, I mean, ideal, that's just the weight that's in the books. That's what the doctors say. That's like an ultimate weight you want them to be, because they can go 12 hours. It's like a pound an hour. So, it's what we follow the guidelines. Now, not every baby follows that guideline, actually. I mean, we might need a baby that's actually 13, 14 pounds. We know they can sleep longer. But sometimes those babies
Right.
want more food. So they have to increase their amount during the day.
Okay. Now, I've worked with about 11 sets of twins.
Erin, I am coming to Boston. You're hosting.
Yay! Yay, Erin.
So go ahead. Sorry.
So I've had about 11 sets of twins. I'm working on set number 11 now. And of those 11, I've done sleep training with about 7 of them. And most of them have been girl-boy twins.
Okay.
And for some reason, and I don't know why it is, the boys tend to sleep better than the girls. I don't know why, but I have it the other
way.
The type of person, I'm the type of person that I test my theories. Okay. And I, just do, I'm like, okay, so baby B is sleeping this time, baby A, she woke up, 2 hours before,
right.
Because right now, I know these babies are only 3 weeks old, but
how many hours are they sleeping? Are they going every 3 hours or 2 hours? Like, what is their
Well, mom says during the day they're going 2.5 hours, but at night they eat at 10, and they will go until 2.
So, okay, so 10 to the 4 hour stretch.
Right, so and then when she feeds them at 2, they're still asleep when I leave at 6.
Good, perfect.
So I know that they're just. But I also know that it's the little girl who wakes up to eat. The little boy, he's snoozing. And she has to wake him up to feed him. And it's like a dream feed. Because he falls, he's very slow, and he doesn't wake up. And sometimes I think he has no clue what's going on, because he sleeps through the whole thing. And I put him back down, and he sleeps until 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, he's growing then. If he's sleeping that much, that's when they're growing. So he's going to be a rapid weight gainer, which is really good. It seems like a good pair of kids. I mean,
yes, they are. Yes,
and mom's milk sounds like it's really good, because that's a major factor is breast milk. What's going on there.
Yeah, well, they've gained almost a pound since birth.
Perfect.
So I was like, I said, they are right on target. She said, really? I said, yes. She said, the doctor said they were doing good. I said, trust the doctor.
Yes,
he's right. They're doing good. They're doing fantastic. But they eat, and now they're doing tummy time. So that has a lot to, and I told them, I said, I encourage tummy time. I said, it's just like when you work out. When you work out, you get tired and you sleep better, because you're exhausted. Your muscles have been just totally just,
Right.
they stretched them out. And I said, baby's tummy time is your workout. I
Yeah.
said, that's their workout.
Well,
That's what makes them tired. That's what will keep them.
that's exactly it.
So, yeah.
And parents forget that because they want to hold them so much. Like they just want to
Yes.
love on them, which is great, but we need some exercise.
I love that
We
you
need to work
love
it out.
them. Yes, I love that you love them, and I love that that you want to hold them and cuddle them. But if you want them to sleep, lay them
Yeah.
down when they're sleeping.
Right. I mean, honestly, it's just teaching parents the balance. Like
Yes.
we all are imbalanced, so we all want to go one way or the other. And so that's why we kind of say, well, gently, can you just do this slightly and put them down? And yeah,
Right.
slight guides.
Right.
But yeah, so that's what I bring to the table. I mean, the trainings aren't for everyone. I want to say that, they're if you're just getting into the field, you're going to learn a lot, but not necessarily. It may be over your head. See, I've been told that before. My trainings are they're kind of deep, so I try to break it down with some humor, which is why I'm retraining why I'm changing the program a little bit because it may be some people it may be simple and other people it just is think outside the box. You have to really truly think outside the box.
Okay. So is it scientific
No,
that's getting them, or
no,
is it just
no, not at all. It's actually literally just getting around my thinking. Like, how did Summer do that? They have to think about basically there's a TV on the wall. I took the TV off the wall.
Oh, okay.
Just things that I had to do in order to get these kids sleeping through the night that the parents had implemented. So it's kind of a funny training. It's kind of like, what did you do? I mean, I've literally walked into trainings or into a consulting job, asked to go straight to the room, and I've rearranged the entire room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
beds here, cribs here, kids in the beds, walk out of the room and put them down for a nap. I was like, this is how I did it. This is what I did, and it worked. So
Yes.
it's kind of a fun training, It's kind of like thinking outside the box, really.
Hi, Emily. How are you? Hello to everyone who just came in. We're talking with Summer about Summer's sleep secrets. Victoria has a secret. Summer has one too. So, if you want to
Yes.
know Summer's secrets, I suggest you get to Dallas or
Yes.
Boston
Or
and
anywhere.
where
I'll
else
be
will
in
you be?
LA.
And
Huh?
you'll be in LA.
Yes, I'll be in LA in August, and I'm also doing a virtual class this weekend, which I love because I get to stay
Yay!
home.
Oh, those are the best.
Yeah, I love it. It's like anyone who wants to take the virtual class this weekend, I'll just zip your book to you.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing about the book too is that it's getting heavier, so I have to stop growing it. I keep implementing more things and adding to it, and I'm like, I have to stop. It's going to be another series of books because it's
Well,
getting too big
see,
to
you
ship.
you do what you do is the beginner course, and then
Yeah,
you do
I
the
know. I know. That's what I've been asked, actually, is that maybe break it up into 3 or 4 segments. But my life, I'd have to split myself into 4s. I literally have no space to travel or teach that much. So,
okay.
yeah. And I also started a new app that I built. So that's going to take up a lot of my time, too. That was
Ah,
today's
okay.
project. So,
Okay. See, mine was reading. I started a new reading program.
okay.
The Third Period Academy, and All About the Toddlers. We started
That's awesome.
uh, an early literacy campaign from June 11th through August the 11th.
Oh, that's
So I've
perfect.
been at the library reading books all day, and
Never stops,
and
huh?
no, it never stops. I'm like, okay, this one, no, that was a bit much for a toddler. This one, because we're targeting children 0 to
Yes.
5 years old. So I have to have a little bit of something for everybody
Yep.
because the younger babies are not going to be able to sit through these books, and the older kids are going like, really, that's a baby book.
Oh, I
So
know.
I'm
I
trying
loved the
to,
library when my kids were
yeah,
little. I mean, we lived at the library probably the first 5-10 years, just always going there almost every week. And then, of course, losing books throughout the week and having to look under beds. Oh my goodness.
yes, and on the bookshelves
The
and in the
bookshelves,
toy
the
box,
car,
and
the diaper
yes,
bags, the
yes, because
boxes,
we take them
the
everywhere.
dogs. Yeah.
Oh no, not the dogs,
Oh, the dogs.
not
There
the
was a
dogs.
few lost ones, yes. But
Uh,
the
a
library is an
few
amazing place.
chewed ones.
Yeah.
A couple of chewed ones.
Couple chewed
But
ones.
yeah, I
Yeah.
went to the library. Apparently, I have just sleep brain because I forgot today is toddler time, story time at the library.
Oh no.
So all the books that I went to get, I had a list. I found two
Yeah.
out of like 10 books, and I'm like, really? And then I look up at the board, the bulletin board. I was like, oh man, the books are gone because the toddlers have been here today.
Right. Exactly. It was
So
Toddler Fest, so you lost all your books to
yes,
that.
I lost all my books, but so uh, we all have our to-do list during the day when we're not trading at night.
Right.
Okay,
Exactly. So what is
Lucretia says my baby was very well sleep trained until 12 months. He start
waking
waking up
up?
during the night and sometimes hold on, sometimes not having naps during the day. How do you do to how do you retrain the baby? I guess that's what she's saying.
So what we need to know from you is basically what changed. What was the trigger that changed? Was there like a room
Yeah,
change? Went to vacation? We seriously have to look at everything that changed at 12 months. Um,
right,
and then also the schedule changes. Like maybe that baby is sleeping too long during the day, so his nights got crazy. So that's what
right.
we got to look at. You kind of got to take apart what is going on at home at night.
Yes. And that's why I tell all my parents, I need you to write everything down because when I
Mm-hmm.
come at night, I need to check and see what's going on so I can know how to adjust them at night and what to tell you how to adjust them during the day so that
Right.
my nighttime will go better than what your daytime is going.
Right.
And that way, if we get the nights and the days going together, and then we'll have
Well, she says it, vacation
consistency.
and grandma coming often. And that is
Oh
a
my
huge
gosh,
factor because
that,
grandma probably isn't
yes.
listening to much of what's going on. And vacation
Yes.
is going to throw everything off. So as soon as you're
Yes.
home and you're by yourself in your own environment, you have to put him on a strict schedule and just
Yes.
go right back to routine. And then you might have to do a little bit of fussing because honestly, he's a 12-month-old. So you're going to have to let him fuss. But as long as he's getting all his needs met during the day and loved on, he should be fine.
Yes. Yes.
So,
When she said grandma on vacation, I'm like, that's rule number one and number two. It's always, you know,
yeah.
I love grandma and grandpa's, and I had a set of twins in Florida, and man, mom said write out the schedule so they can stick to it.
Well,
I wrote out the schedule. Now, the good thing is that both the grandmas were teachers, so they knew about the schedule. And I'm
right.
like, yes, I love you. I love you. I love you. Because I did not have to retrain these children
Right.
when I got back. It was so amazing. It was, oh
It's
gosh,
always good to have
I can't
somebody on
even
your
tell
side.
you. Yes. Oh, grandma started rocking him to sleep.
Yeah, well, there's a
Mm.
major factor right there. You have to
There's
teach
a,
grandma, just like you have to teach the husbands or the mates, how to do it. Everyone has to be on board in order to train a baby. So, yeah, grandma
yes.
switched it up.
Yes. And if grandma, depends on how long grandma was there, it only takes a couple of times for that baby to get used to that warmth and, oh, I got the cuddles and the snuggles and, oh, this
Well,
feels so
and
good. I don't want to go down.
there's also so many factors. You got to imagine food is an issue too. Like he may need to increase his amount what he's eating because he's now a 12-month-old. So
Yes.
the schedule really does change. There's less milk involved because usually we're weaning from milk, so or starting to wean. So all of the
Hmm.
food is actually food is something I talk about in my training. It's a huge factor.
Yes.
So
And what you eat, what they eat before they
what
go
they
to
eat is a
sleep.
huge factor. How long do babies
Yes.
stay in the crib awake?
Awake when they are not sleeping at nap time.
Well, I just usually, if I'm training, I keep them in the crib until it's time to get up. So, or
I do
about
too.
15 minutes less if mom can't handle it. But yeah, you want to keep them in the time that they're supposed to be in there.
Yes. And also when you keep them in there, it helps the parents. And I try to tell parents, just because they wake up does not mean you go get them.
Right.
Let them play. It's a self-soothing time. It's a time of them learning how to play by themselves. I said, trust me, you will want this when it's 7 o'clock in the morning and you're not ready to get up and they are awake every time you go get them because they're awake, they don't know how to sit there and
Well,
play for the next 15, 20 minutes while you stretch and yawn. It's like, okay, oh, I
right.
guess I'm tired. I'm awake enough to go get the baby.
Well, and also it comes down to what the environment is in the bedroom. Like if they're
This
too
is true.
hot or too cold, is there too much light? I mean, light is fine, but some kids need it dark in order to sleep well. So it's just a lot of different factors that can be involved. Grandparents, I mean, here's one for the books. My parents, I wanted to scream at them. I think I did at the time. My 9-month-old, my dad gave him a drink of his Coke. So if you want to talk about grandparents being honoring,
Oh my
I hit the
gosh.
jackpot. So, yeah.
Coke.
Yeah, so my son loves, he's 17 and loves pop. So you want to know, I blame his grandfather for that one. You
Oh
know?
my gosh.
So, yes, we have to deal with a lot of grandparents who just want to love on the grandkids and don't care. And we have
Yes.
to get everyone on board, especially if we're training. So
Oh my
mom works
God.
from home.
Home and oh
Oh, well,
wow.
that's another factor. Yeah, if mom works from home, then you
She
have to,
just started to work from home.
yep.
Okay, well then she sees mom all the time, and she's gonna want her mom. Yeah, you man, that's number three.
That's what I was thinking.
My, I have a list. Literally, I have a list of the number one factors as to why children's sleep patterns change.
A
I
lot of
have a
things.
list.
Yeah, this is
Sit
one
in
of
the
them.
corner, Grandpa.
Chevelle, I swear I was going to knock him one. Oh. So my book
Oh,
is actually a training book right now. I'm writing a new parent book, but that one's on the back burner while I develop a new app, but for parents. But I do have a new app that you'll be able to look over. But yeah,
let's
the book is
see.
for trainings.
I have a 5-month-old that fights his sleep like crazy, and when I'm not there, the parents won't let him cry to soothe themselves. What do you do? Hmm.
Well, you can't do much because the parents are. My husband's video game is going off, so 1 second. The parents have to be on board 100%, or what you do is going to go out the window when you're not there. So, are you the nanny then? She must be the nanny.
Um, I'm assuming.
Yeah, she must be the nanny. So you just have to talk to the family if you're trying to train him, so that they all do the same thing.
We need a book for grandma and mom. Yes, we do. But will they read it? That's the
Oh,
question. Will they read it?
you know what the best thing for that is to have me talk to them directly. That is the best thing. When I have to work with grandparents, I literally will sit down and chit chat with them and just say, "Would you have wanted your mother to come in and do this to to your child?" And when you reason with them, they're like, "Oh heck no, my child's on a strict schedule." Well, you're wrecking your child's schedule, your grandbaby.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times I'll do a lot of talking, and then it's not on the mom and dad; it's on me. It's on the consultant. So,
Well, I have that talk with mom and dad during the interview. And I know my mom used to tell me, "You are not. Your parents are going to be so mad. You're going to get in so much trouble with your parents." I said, well, "Mom, if I don't tell them up front what I expect and what they can expect from me, then when
yeah.
I actually say something to them about it, they look at me like, oh, she's trying to take over. She's trying to." No, this is not me taking over. This is me explaining to you, like I did at the beginning, this is what I normally do. This is how I operate.
Yeah.
These are my standard operating procedures.
And the
I
great
tell them
thing,
my SOP.
which exactly. Well, and the great thing is they're hiring us for a reason. Because as newborn care
Right.
specialists, we're coming in specifically to actually put everyone on a schedule and teach everyone how to handle a baby. And it just all goes very smoothly. It's the ones that we're not hiring us that call in as consulting, that we're consulting and we're having to correct behavior that grandma or mom or dad that got into. That is a little bit harder. But as newborn care
Mm-hmm.
specialists, most of the time we have a pretty good handle on our parents and they're like willing to follow everyone's guidelines. But yeah, sometimes we get those little ones that just, well, and the other thing that comes out is that mom and dad will talk to us on an interview before the baby comes, and then they have the baby, and then everything gets put out of the window because
I
that baby gets there
know.
and they fall in love.
It's
And we
like,
understand that, but it's like everything we said we were going to do, they're like, nope, screw it, you're not going to get it done. Nope.
I
Like,
know.
so that's a huge factor in our
Yes.
job that we have to learn how to maneuver around. And a lot of times I felt for like a whole year I was working and I sleep trained not one baby that entire year. It was like the year from you know what, because basically I got to do nothing. And so I became just nothing. I just sit in the rocking chair and hold a baby all night because they wouldn't let me put him in the crib. So it was a very odd year. But that's the year I learned to give up and just say, you know what? It's your baby. I'm not going to worry about it. This is not my fault. And I'm a good newborn care specialist. I am a good sleep consultant, but I'm just not going to be utilized this year. And that happened.
But you know what, Summer? Just like I require the parents to write down everything, I write down everything in writing in the same book and say, suggested to parents, this, and this.
Right, right.
That's what I write. And I write it down for a purpose because, okay, I suggested this to you
Right.
on what day was that? Oh, way back here 5 weeks ago.
Well,
And
you don't even know
then
the half of
today
it.
you're just now realizing
Yeah.
we need to do this because they're not doing it. Okay, let's take a look back because I suggested it. You didn't want to do it at that time, and now you're suffering from it.
Yeah. A
And
lot
now
of
they're
times,
older and more defiant.
oh my
So,
gosh, it gets to the point where a lot of times I just have to smile and laugh because I'm just like, I know we've discussed this and I'm not going to worry about it. You know, you guys are going to have to handle this on your own. When you're ready to train, just give me a call and I'll just tell you the steps. I mean, unfortunately, you're not going to have me here to do it, but when you're ready, I will be here. I'm always there for all my clients for like years. I mean, a lot of my clients are on my Facebook page, so they're always
right.
able to see or contact me for any questions. But yeah, I mean, we have these clients. You just gotta go,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. And you have to, and I
Hi,
always
Angel.
start
Hey,
out,
Bryce. It's my
uh,
cousin.
hello, everyone that just came in. I just want to say hi to my cousin, and that
Yeah.
we are very proud of her. Well, we're proud of her too, Angel. Okay, is that
Yeah.
two different people?
That's two different people. I don't know if it's Bryce
Okay,
or Angel, but
Angel
it's
and
one of them.
Bryce. We're very proud of her too. Because I say, wait, Angel Bryce. You said
I
Angel
know.
and Bryce. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're proud of her too. And that's
Well,
why we're taking her class.
yeah.
Because even, I know I've been doing this for a while, but also know there's always room for improvement.
Yes.
And there's more than one way to skin a cat, as my grandmother used to say.
Yes.
There's always more than one way to skin a cat. And I need the training. I need to know more, even if it's just the science behind why I do what I do.
Right.
Because some things I do because in my head it just works. And they say, well, why do you do that? Because it works.
Right. I mean,
And I have no other answer. And I'm like, okay, so I need to get some terminology behind what I know. And so that way I can sound intelligent or more
exactly.
intelligent about what I know.
Right.
And I do it because I know it works. And I'm like, and sometimes I say, well, I have done studies in the past and it has worked then
Right.
because I always test my theories. I'll change it up. And if it doesn't work, then I'll change it back and it
Right.
works. And I'll change it back and forth a couple of times. I'm like, okay, yeah, it works. With this child, it works.
Yeah.
So I'll try it on the next child.
Right.
It may not work. It may work. It may not work. So I'll switch it up and
Yeah.
okay, that
Well,
works
and
for this
that's
child.
if you notice on my group and everything, and when I talk on Facebook, is why I'm always saying, please take everyone's courses. And the reason that you want to take everyone's classes, if you can afford it, is that everyone has a different perspective. And so
Yes.
you're going to learn a different way from everyone, and that's going to form what you are and how you're going
Right.
to become a great teacher. So
Right.
it's just like, it's not that my training is any better than anyone else's. I think that it's just a great another class that you can take that you're going to learn something new.
Right.
And maybe what you already know, but just going to get like a different perspective. So
Yes.
yeah, it's great to take everyone's classes and my class if you want. And everyone's like, I try to, like, it's not like I said, it's not necessarily for just the people who want to stay in the nanny. They don't want to venture into sleep training or sleep consulting. They may want to not take it. I don't want anyone wasting their money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I want you guys to like be getting into the field. versus you're just wanting to take a course just to have me take a course and teach you. Because then you're not going to really be able to learn much, or use it in your own life. You might be able to use it in your own life.
But even as a nanny, personally, I have worked with families with newborns. I was there when the baby, okay, I was hired, the baby's 2.5, 3 months old. Okay, I become the nanny of the baby. Now, if I don't know anything about sleep patterns and I don't know anything about sleeping, this 3-month-old may not be getting enough rest. That's why he's cranky
True.
all the time. That's what,
True.
or I may be letting them sleep too long. That's why they're up all night.
Right.
And, so and then I may not be feeding them enough. I may not be able to tell mom, okay, well, he needs a little more formula, breast milk,
True.
whatever the case may be, so that he will sleep longer at night. And I know people say, well, eating has nothing to do with, what they eat has nothing to do with them being full at night and putting cereal in the milk and all this has nothing to do with them sleeping. But honestly, I would never use rice cereal again. That's for sure.
Yeah, right.
But
you learned a lot.
I learned a lot about the rice cereal.
Right.
I won't do that. But I do believe that giving that bottle before they go to bed, and please let me emphasize this because somebody's going to screw my words
this
around.
is going to be taken down.
Do not give that child the bottle in the bed. Do not lay that child down with the bottle because it causes ear infections. It causes respiratory problems. And if you're leaving the bottle in the bed, it can choke the child and you don't even know it.
Yep.
Just so many different reasons.
There's a lot of factors to it. But if
yes,
I wanted
so
to
many. Those are just the top 3 that I have of my reasons.
Well, one of my case studies, though, you are going to read a case study in my book that has that scenario because of the circumstances that mom was in. So there's different circumstances why things happen in a family. And unfortunately, it was the only case I've ever had. But yeah, there is a case with that in it, with the bottle being given to the baby. But you're going to read about that.
Okay. Okay. I can't wait. And the reason I'm so adamant about it is because my youngest son, he had chronic ear infections.
Yes.
He had 2 sets of eustachian tubes put in, adenoids taken out.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and had a hole in his eardrum.
From just sucking the bottle for all those times?
From the tubes.
Oh, okay.
And this was when I was 23, 24. And you treat your own children differently than you treat other people's children.
Yes.
And when you're young and doing this. So I remember the first time I had him in the car seat. That's what it was.
Okay.
I had him in the car seat and I was getting the groceries out of the car and I had ice cream. And so I plugged the bottle in and I run out to get the ice cream and come back in and he's like, and I'm like, what happened? So I go and I burp him and he's fine. But I see where the milk had just kind of run down.
Run back.
Yeah. But it runs back to the ears.
Yep.
And it causes ear infections. Now, I'm not saying that was the cause of all the chronic ear infections that he had, but that was the first one he had from popping the bottle up. And I will never, ever, ever, and have never, ever, ever done that since then.
You've had years of doing this. And now,
yes.
Yeah. So you're an advocate of it.
Because of that, because of all the chronic ear infections, he could not hear for the first year of his life. And he ended up with a form of dyslexia. And I thought, dyslexia, when you're uninformed about dyslexia, you just think, they just, turn letters around backwards. No, it has to do with comprehension and understanding. It's so much deeper than
there's so much to it.
But anyway, don't do it. Yeah. Don't put the bottle. Don't prop the bottle.
Exactly. And and that's the whole thing is like circumstances happen in some families, but that one that you're going to read about, you'll know why it happened. But most people, I haven't dealt with that at all. Like in any of my clients, I've not had this issue at all.
Well, good. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad because I've seen, just walking through the grocery store or walking, just
Yeah, you see it
being at the
everywhere. No,
park. You
you
see it
see it everywhere.
everywhere,
Yeah.
and you cringe,
Yeah.
and
But hey,
you're
guess
like,
what? Okay, there is a segment into selling your services. When you see somebody doing that, you can walk up to them and just say, "Hey, how old's your baby?" Right? And then you'd be like,
yes.
"Oh, my kids, I did the same thing." And now, as a newborn care specialist, ... And then you can kind of go into your segue of what you do, and then they can listen and be like, "This is why." I'm just not. Hey, sell yourself.
I know you're bold like that. Honestly, seriously, I can do Ask the Nanny. I can talk to clients when I have a scheduled, interview.
Oh, we're going to be talking about how
But
you can
me
approach
going
people
up to
at a park.
people and
Yeah.
asking them and doing that, it frightens me to be that bold
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well, maybe we need to take a segment of Saturday and go to the park and everyone watches Summer actually approach somebody.
Yes. And you know what? I have 2 parks right here,
well, there you go.
within half a mile of my house.
We're just going to go ahead. Yeah, my thing fell.
But yeah, we need to do that because everybody when I go to the conferences and everybody comes to me and says, "Hi, how are you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, how are you?" If I am approached, I'm good.
Okay.
But me being, I'm like this in the closet shy person, and nobody knows because I'm,
you would never know.
You would never know, but it's a fear within me of rejection.
Okay.
And
I bring on the rejection. I like the rejection. Like, go ahead, reject me. We're all good.
I don't like rejection, and I know it comes with life.
Yeah.
And I accept it, but I'm not going to walk into rejection knowing that, I'm not going to set myself up for
you
it.
You have a beautiful smile, and if you come up to somebody with your smile and you're friendly, and of course, people nowadays, we're scared of everyone, so they're watching everybody. So
yes.
They already know what you look like because they've already noticed you walking the park. So, if you're there with your kids, like I was able to have my children, now they're 17 and 6 foot tall. I can't really bring them to the park. That would look insane. But you could do it with a nanny kid and have your nanny child there with you. So, yeah, we'll talk all about that during training because I'm really good about role play.
Okay. Well, then I may need to get some of that because I know I'm here. I'm behind the camera, and I can say, "Hi, how you all doing?" And just
I'm going to bring you out from the behind the camera. We're going to have an Angela weekend, and it's going to be a blast. No, everyone knows that about me. Is I'm very outgoing. It's kind of how I was raised.
I'm not outgoing. I'm a secret introvert, and if I'm in a crowd of people, I can stand there and watch the crowd and watch them do whatever they want to do. And I'm over here by myself and I'm content.
Yeah.
I don't, and everybody's like, "Why are you sitting up here by yourself? Aren't you lonely?" I'm like, "No, not really. I'm having a ball watching you all."
You needed me at INA. I should have just shoved you around, walked you around. Did
well,
you do good
I was bold enough because I was standing next to people. Good. Hold on. Let me plug my phone in. Because it's about to die. Hold on, let me switch this out. And I have one that has the
You do realize that talking to me, we talk a long time, so people may want to just,
Okay, now.
All right, you're charging.
Yes, I hope so. Okay. So anyway, let me take these out. Anyway, I have iPhone 7, and you have to. It's like the stupidest thing that Apple could have done.
I know.
Is you
the
can't,
extra thing.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway.
The extra piece.
So anyway, that's what I need. I need to practice coming out of my shell and talking to people. But I do better talking to people when they have little kids than I do just walking up to an adult and introducing myself.
Well, of course, because kids aren't going to reject you. Kids look at you like they're so innocent to people. They just will talk to anyone. It's actually being able to approach an adult that needs to be talked to, because that's how you're going to generate business. So I always carry business cards with me everywhere I go, and I just give my business cards. And I'm like, if you want to look me up on your phone to know that I'm really legit, this is my website. So
Yes.
people will actually do that. They'll look me up and go, oh my gosh, you have a great website. Oh, you wrote a book. So having a website is like a great segue into conversation.
I have a website.
Well, there you go.
And I have my services on my website.
So you're going to be crowding. You're going to be training that weekend. We're going to be talking to strangers. We're going to the mall. We are going to walk the mall. Well, I have a glass of wine. We're going to be talking to people.
Okay, so I can't do wine and go to the mall.
Well, I don't care. Either way, we're going to do something. We'll Uber.
2 sips of wine and I'm done.
Me too, but that would be even funnier.
I think I'm allergic to alcohol. I can't.
All right, no alcohol for you. Okay,
no
we're done. No alcohol.
I'm the designated driver. I tell you, that's who I am.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Well, we'll definitely have a fun weekend. I think, like I said, I have multiple classes that are happening all over the United States. They keep popping up. It was not something I ever promote. It just kind of just happens. So I've got you in July, LA in August. Dana is going to host a sleepover at her place in Orlando in September.
Well, we're having sleepover too.
Are we? I don't even know. We'll talk about it.
I have 2. I don't know if Chevelle is. I know Chevelle's coming to hang out.
She's coming to hang out.
And I know Marquetti is coming to the class. And I want to
we have a few.
Emily and Carrie are coming. Did Emily sign
up? We'll talk to her. Yeah, we'll talk to her. I haven't talked to her.
The several ladies that are coming from out of town will be staying here.
Okay.
And
well, there
just
you go.
Hang out and have fun and learn. Yes.
Learn again.
And learn.
Learn more, Chevelle. It's not again. There's a whole new thing going on here. New videos, new everything.
So there's a lot going on, but we're having a girls. I'm kicking my husband out.
Perfect.
So
Mia did that last weekend
to myself, and I will be. I love to cook, so I won't say gourmet meals, but they will be tasty.
Yum.
So
it'll be a fun weekend. All right.
It'll be a fun weekend, and we can walk. We can literally like.
Go to the park. We're going to be going to the park and stalking people with babies. It'll be great.
Oh, now we'll have to go in the evening because it is hot.
Yeah, it's hot
Texas.
Here too. Yeah,
yes,
we're burning up.
It's hot. It's
well, like I got my ticket. I have my ticket. I got my car, and so we're ready to go. So yes, I'm excited.
And ladies, if you want to come, sign up for the class. And just come on.
Yep, let us know.
Waiting.
The website.
Dallas is calling.
Yep, the Dallas is calling for sure. The website is www.summersleepsecrets.com.
Okay, and can you put that in the comments when we're done, so that everybody watching can come back and see that, and we can put it in the comments. And there it is. She's got it. You're fast.
Know me.
You're fast. Talking on the phone. Typing on the computer at the same time.
I can build an app while we're talking on the phone too. Like I can pretty much do everything here. We're good.
All right. I need to get some of your secrets, not only your sleep secrets, I need to see some of your multitasking secrets too.
Yes. I multitask all the time.
Yes, I need some of those too. So, if you all have any questions, you can reach Summer. She's on Facebook. She is on her website. Can you put your Facebook information up there so they can find you on Facebook? And there's always Messenger, so you can message. She's awake all night. Trust me. Whatever.
I'm constantly up and working. So
she'll get back to you in a couple of hours. So yes.
Oh yeah, I'll put that up on. I'll put the Facebook up on when we're done because I have to kick you out to do that. So.
Oh no! Don't kick me out.
No, I don't want to kick you out. But Yeah, we'll get that done. And then eventually after this call, what I'll do is I'll finally be able to go to the grocery store, and hopefully I hid them well, the groceries in the carts.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about the groceries. Yeah. I sure
No,
hope you
you're
didn't have
fine.
any
No, you're
perishables.
fine. I'll probably re-grocery anyways.
Okay.
So.
Well, you're 2 hours. Let me see what time it is. Oh my goodness, it's been a whole hour. Okay, well I'll let you go so you can find
That's what
your.
happens with me. We get chatting and we never stop. This is what happens.
Yes, and so about a month from now,
Yep.
little over a month, 5 weeks from now, we're gonna have a
Yes.
class.
I know,
Yay!
we're going to have fun. All right. Well,
Bye
thank
bye
you so much.
now. Okay, ladies, contact Summer so you can find out how this
Any
works.
information?
Get any information that you need. And Miss Summer, thank you for coming on and telling us about your class.
Thank
And
you.
um, I have a couple of announcements. You can go and get your groceries while I make my announcement.
All right. Thank you. How do I even get off of here? I don't even know. How do I even? Oh, there we go.
Okay, so ladies, please, if you haven't signed up and you want to sign up, please check Summer's website. I'm sure she has um, a list of where she will be. I know she's coming to Boston, going to Boston, and she's going to California, and she's coming here to Dallas. So check her list of availability in her classes, and combine it with a vacation, little training, little vacation. You can write it off on your taxes. Business. So, anyway, just a couple announcements. Nanny Teas, the Nanny Box, My Nanny Circle, and the Nanny Collaborative have come together, and they are. This is Nanny Mental Health Month. So, all month long on the Nanny Collaborative and My Nanny Circle, they will be talking about health issues, mental health issues, self-care. It is so important. So please, 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 whatever you do, take care of yourself mentally and physically. Please sign up for the Read, and Reread summer reading program. We post a book every day. You can check the Third Parent Academy, and I post it on my personal page. And I think that's all we have. Yes, traveling nannies. Nannies who travel with your charges 2 to 3 times a year, or those who actually travel all the time. Please contact me, PM me, blow me up on Facebook. I'd like to talk to you. And that's all we have for you. And we will see you again on Monday, the 18th. And you all have a great night.